All right, guys, good morning, everybody. Today is the 11th of August. Now, this morning, all right, I think many people were shocked to receive some messages from me regarding about my latest warning about the market. And that's why today I decided that it's very important for you to come online to listen to what I have to share this morning. All right. So before we go into that, disclaimer apply as usual to protect yourself, protect me, and protect everyone involved here in the market. All right, good morning to you. More of you coming in. Xuan Kun, Pan Ha, Sona, Vincent, and of course, the other one is, I can't pronounce that in Cambodia, Kamai. Okay. All right, good morning to everybody. You have more and more international crowd coming in. Okay, so what is going on, Kel? Why make you do that? Okay, why are you giving that crazy market warning this morning, right? With the picture over there, like literally basically scaring you, right, this morning. Just give me a moment, yeah. Okay. Just give me a moment to get that picture out. Okay. Okay, just give me a warning. Okay, so let me just bring it in. Okay, guys, this is what I posted this morning. All right, important market warning. The 10-year yield now is trading above 4.7%. So what does it actually mean by 4.7%? Now, basically means that the US government need to pay you 4.7% interest. All right, that is way higher than most of the fixed deposit, all right, for many countries. All right, and the 30-year bond price, which is the bond price, is now trading at the lowest level since 2007. So which means that now many people are really not comfortable to lend money to the US government. So because of that itself, right, the interest has to go up to attract people in. So when the interest go up itself, people who want to take the risk will basically lend money to the US government to get a 4.7% return. So this is what's happening right now, okay? So why does it lead to a stock market pullback? Now, basically, when this thing happened itself, that is telling the whole world that something is very wrong with the US government, US economy, and obviously itself, right, there could be a fund rearrangement itself. That means that if the investors can't realize that it's better to actually take out money from the stock market and put into the bond market because the interest is very high, the bond price is cheap. So of course, why not? Okay, that is a potential. Now, in the past, when you see such thing, it does happen, but not every time, yeah? And you can see right now, this is the bond price. The bond price now is trading at 82.06, 82.06. This is the iShares 20 to 30-year Treasury bond ETF. All right, it's at the very low end. And of course, you can see that this is the US 10-year yield. It's trading at 4.705%. So this is not a good sign. All right, this is definitely not a good sign at all. And I can show you with more detail very shortly. Just give me a moment. All right, but before that itself, we go into some of the detail. Now, the thing is this, the US oil price has rose above $82 as doubt grows Washington and Tehran will reach a Hormuz deal. So I already tell you guys, in my opinion, Bisen is all right. Whatever he said last week is really a lot of BS. Right, he said that within the next 24 to 40 hours, there will be a deal. But as you can see today, there's already more than 48 hours. There's nothing. You've been keeping quiet. Of course, some people say that it is. Hold on a minute. Okay, something wrong. It's stuck here. Hold on. Okay, some people were saying that this big present to the market and then suddenly come out something positive. Now, I'm so sorry. Maybe it could happen. It may happen, but I think the probability is very low, in my opinion, because the market ain't stupid, right? And the thing is this, as I told you before, the US Strategic Petroleum Reserve. Now, this one, I talked to many of you from different part of the world, Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, Cambodia. I've been telling you that this US petroleum reserve is at a very, very low level. And that was why I was very positive or very optimistically buying the crude oil. Because think about this, they are now at the reserve itself is below 300 million barrels, is the lowest level since 1983. Now, what causes this is because, remember, Biden back then, in order to basically bring down inflation, he opened the reserve and bring the oil price down. So that was a step that I warned back then in 2022 to 2023 that this will not end well. And eventually, after when Biden lost his position as a president, to Donald Trump, I remained this very strongly. I said that there will be a point whereby that they have to buy back the oil to cover back the reserve. But apparently now Donald Trump also did the same thing. He ordered a release of 172 million barrels in March after the Iran choked off the oil export. So that basically artificially brought down the oil price down. But it doesn't help because the reason why it's a reserve is because you need to use it when time of emergency, right? So they did it, it's not wrong. But now they use the reserve to put the price down to basically curb inflation. But the question is this, where is it right now? The oil price is back up again. So that means that there will be a demand for them to replace this. Okay, so there's two things to happen. One is they push the price down so low that basically they can buy it cheaper later. But at the moment right now, with the Strait of Hormuz is being choked, there's no way you can do that. So that means that's the reason why you can see US is in a very, very, very headache position. Is that they want the inflation to go down, right? But they also know that the only way to do it is to put in the supply in the market. Is supply demand equals to price action. So this one, I'll send the reader for you to take a look. But whatever it is, in my opinion itself, right, US is in a very difficult checkmate position. So that's why Donald Trump signals that shift to economic pressure as Iran hardens turns over the Strait of Hormuz. So that means that they want to use the economic distress to mount onto Iran to others to back away. All right. So that is actually very possible. US do have the ability to do that. And of course, Jensen Huang says that his chips are investable and he's lined up 500 billion in financing. Wow, that's incredible for the NVIDIA. All right. And after that, we can see that Trump media has lost about $238 million because of crypto decline. We all know that. And the rest are pretty normal stuff for today. But of course, JP Morgan has just raised its S&P target to 8,000. Wow, okay. So again, I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to say too much. End of the day, you make your own decision, okay? All I can tell you is that whatever I see is what is in front of me. That means that in order to save themselves, the US will need to print more dollar. By printing more dollar, that will able to sustain the current demand, also the requirement for the US government to stay afloat. But when you print more, then what happened to the dollar? Let's take a look. You see a dollar right now? So this is a dollar, and that is why the dollar has came off. As you can see right now, the dollar has came off because they print. So when they print more dollar to get the money to pass it to the treasuries to buy, right? So what happened to dollar? It comes down. And when dollar comes down, you can see immediately the corresponding movement will be the gold price. The gold price will go up. So that's why when the dollar actually comes off, okay, the dollar comes off, the gold price went up, okay? So it's a very, very straightforward deal here, okay? There's nothing too difficult to understand. All right, so with the dollar coming down, it means there's more supply in dollar. That's why you can see right now, if we take this away, all right, and we put back the stock market in, you can see that the S&P 500 has rose from the 7,200 that was like 2 weeks ago to today. Now it's 7,753. So that is very clear that when they actually pump in more dollar by printing more, and that's why the stock market went up, because the market received the dollar, they will buy something, right? So just buy anything that is along the market, you just buy, and that's how the stock market goes up. Okay, so I know at this point you're saying that, KEL, then everything is perfect, right? That's why are you so pessimistic? So you must understand the point. That means that if the dollar basically comes down just like that in a fast position, the buying purchasing power has reduced. And if the oil price all go up, right, then obviously itself, that means that inflation is going to continue. You got my point right now? So that is where it becomes a double whammy for themselves. Is that they want the stock market to go up, but they know that in exchange on this, the inflation have to be accepted. So that means who will suffer? People who don't buy stocks and still pay premium price for their groceries, their electricity bills, and yada yada. All right. So that is why I say eventually there still be a pullback in the stock market. But of course, it will not be immediate. It'll take a while, maybe 1 to 2 weeks time. All clear? If all clear, press number 1 right now. Now, when I share all these things itself, people will condemn me and say that, KEL, you're really, this is outside the box. No one think that way, blah, blah, blah. But you can see that you always, whatever I say, it doesn't manifest immediately, but it happens later. And this is happening right now. Okay. Now, oil price, as you can see, is now at this point now at about $82. Now, we do know that there was a gap recently. Let me bring you to the gap first. Right. All these are cash market. I'll share to you in advance, yeah. So you can see that that was where oil price was actually trading at about $86. Then after that, Bitsen and Donald Trump came in to tell you that there will be a settlement. Then that's why the oil price gapped down. So you can see that it's a gap over here. So I suspect the gap will be covered, right? So it's about, what's the price? Let me take a look. The price is somewhere around $84 around here. So I suspect that, but the closing was here. So that means it's about 86. Let me just confirm, yeah. The price is about 86, yeah? So let me just change the thing. This is the closing, right? So that means that the market most likely will cover this gap up. It's KCB, by the way, and that's $86, okay? That is $86. So I suspect that oil price now is 82.22 on the cash market. It's going to go for 86. So the futures market now is about 81.44, right? So that means we're looking at about $85 in the short term. Okay, so that is my view. Then there is another gap over here. You can see. All right, but this gap we have to use the closing price. So that is over here. Okay, so that is about 91. So there's a 2 jump here, right? If really this Bitsen can actually do what they want, yes, the oil price will come back down again. But if Bitsen and Donald Trump fail to do what they're supposed to do, then the next target is as high as 91. All right, if all clear, press number 2 right now. Now, I'm not trying to be a doomsday guy. I'm just giving you the very fair, technical, and what if not mentality, all right? So you cannot be always at one-sided too, all right? So you have to have both sides of the coin, yeah? Okay, so that is the oil price. So that means that if oil price go up, right, this particular stock is something that I really like, and it's called OXY. Now, OXY is available on this our AIMS portal, yeah? Okay, OXY yesterday has risen up quite a fair because oil price went up, right? And also at the same time, you can see that the Trust Securities maintain a whole rating on OXY and raised target to $63 per share from the 57. You can see that. And I think it will go up because if the oil price is to go up, then there's a very high chance you see $63 for OXY in the very, very near term. Okay, shouldn't be that difficult to reach $63. All right, so traders, take note of that. All right, I'm pretty bullish on this OXY, and I think that OXY do have the very easy target of $70 within this year. So from where we are right now at $58, I think we have $12 upside, and that will give you approximately about 18% upside. So traders, you can also watch this counter. All right, it's very rare for me to call for buy on this stock market, especially this price right now. I mean, for the stock market in general, but to buy stocks also is very hard for me to call for buy. But I told you guys that this is a very worthy counter to buy. Okay. Now, one more counter that everyone is asking me to cover is the SpaceX, right? So I'll talk about SpaceX shortly. Now, SpaceX, I told you about $105. You can actually give a try. So let's take a look on SpaceX. So you can see this is SpaceX share. It came down to about $106, missed my level by $1, and now it recovered, crossing my first target 120. Next target is 136, and it's all done. All right, so I think around here 138, I think you can look forward to take some profit because I think it's going to come down again. I repeat myself. Okay, I'm going to try for you. I think that another few more dollars. Let's come back down again. So it's about 145 to 148. I think that will be a peak. And then after that, you come back down again. You can see that the volume has declined. This is not a good sign. Okay, if the volume has continued going up, that's not too bad. Okay, so this is my personal view on this SpaceX. So for people who've been asking me my view, I'm giving you now my second view, right? The first view, I told you to sell because I tell you that this is overvalued and the price really came down. So now it's the second value. If then we call for a buy somewhere around here, now it's time to take some sell and TP and get out. Okay. All right. So I've given you my view. You can take a picture on this to validate. Wow, we have 90 people online this morning. Thank you very much. This is our highest number of people online for a morning session. 90. Wow, and fantastic. Thank you very much for all my friends from around the world. Okay, so that is the stocks and indices and my reason. Let's look at the market right now. Because of you, yeah, Vincent, as always, yeah, you are the one that makes things happen. Thank you very much, Vincent. Okay. All right. On a minute, trying to get my thing up over here. Okay, there we go. Okay, all right. So what we can see on the screen right now is gold price. Now gold continue to go up, obviously. Now gold is definitely going to be the one of the recipient of this market, because when they print the dollar, right, the dollar down in value. So obviously the gold price will go up. That is definitely all right. So the question is this: that means that is it a very strong buy now? Well, you can see my KSI. You can see that it's really pretty strong, picking up very strongly here. Okay, let me just change my this. Okay. All right, you can see that it's really very strong buying, and it's moving up very strongly too, and it's above the 30-day moving average. So this is what happened. But I want to give a warning here itself is that when the stock market do pull back, the market that is making a lot of money will also be, affected. Yeah. So how it go up, you can see the KCB are pretty nice. So you must remember, how things go up will be how things come down. All right. I give a warning first in advance because I've seen this before and I don't want you to be caught by this. Now, if you can't remember this, I show you back, okay, a few months ago. Okay, hold on. Okay, gosh, my screen again jamming up. Now, I don't realize that this StarHub has some sort of problem with this. No choice. Again, got stuck here itself. I mean, when I go to other places, it's okay, but I don't know why this thing just always have problem here. Okay, just give me a minute. I show you my crazy charts. Okay. Okay, so this is the crazy chart right now, and you can see that it's very nice, it's beautiful. Okay, now let's just go back to past, yeah? Okay, so you remember that was back then somewhere around here when the gold price went up, right? So everybody was very happy and moving up. So once it peaked over here, what is the conditioning? We saw that there is a 4 diamond coming in. And then after that, there is a form of resistance over here. And then after that, the market pulls back. You can see that when the market comes down, there was no KCB around here. So we go for the next one, and nearest KCB was here. So within a single day itself, right, after the market up by 4 or 5 days, within 1 day, the market covered back entire candle here. Got my point? So that is what I am telling you, that how it go up can be how it comes down later. So we can try this again back over here in April, whereby the same thing again, we have very strong upside. All right, then after that, when the market first time covered the KCB here, after that, the market momentum was covered by the next day, and then the next one was covered by over here. So you can see that how the market went up is how it came down. But when it came down itself, there was few things. Number one, the candle had a turn red color, and the KSI has a turn red. So unless these 2 things are available, if not, do not sell gold yet. If you sell gold right now, you're asking for it because the market can continue to go up, yeah. So please wait for a while until the thing is very clear. But when it's very clear, draw all the KCB that you need to draw, and I can tell you this, that's where the big money is. because when it crosses every KCB, it goes to the next KCB and so forth. Okay, got it? So guys, if you fail to miss and you miss this upside run, then don't chase anymore. Wait for the pullback to come in and then look for the sell instead. Okay, all clear? If all clear, press number 3 right now. Okay, we have 93 people online this morning. Can we see 100 today? That will be beautiful, right? Okay. All right. Okay, let me just check my MT4. Is it still stuck? Indeed, it's still stuck. Gosh. Okay, so I just continue with my chart. Yeah, chart.com for one, CRAZII Okay, next market that I want to cover, it will be BTC. Now, obviously, this morning I already given you my bearish view on BTC. Now, this is what happened. Why am I calling for sell on Bitcoin? Now, this morning, why I call for Bitcoin to sell is because it's below OP. That's the first thing. It's a red candle, obviously, and then we have the KSI. So these two give us the strong sell signal. Okay, strong sell signal. And also at the same time, you will notice this, there is a 4 diamond here. So this is actually a sell with a diamond line confirming the downside. Okay. And the thing is this, if you look carefully, you will notice that there is no KCB after here. That means that 63,752. After that, the next KCB is all the way down to 62,192. So that is a free for 1,600 points if the market failed to stay above 63,752 on the Bitcoin side. Now, I told you before, Bitcoin do have a very interesting prelude before the big sell-off, which means that every time when Bitcoin sell first, the stock market will follow later. All right, it's not 100%, but it works majority of the time. So that's why another reason why this morning I'm not very comfortable with what I'm seeing right now. Okay, so this is my personal view. So take note of that. Press number 4 if you understand what I just said. Number 4. All right, now next thing is this. Let's look at the next market, which is the Dow Jones and NASDAQ. So this, excuse me, this is the Dow Jones this morning. Now, Dow Jones today is a DJDD, Doji Directional Day. Now, this morning, some of you received my chart and asked me immediately why my chart looks so different in the way of expressing it. So this is something I'll let me explain to you why. Please take notice. Now, of course, the candle is still yellow. Of course, the KSI is still green. So there's no reason for me to call for sell. Agree. The only thing is that the market has been going down. Agree. So it's coming down with a green KSI that's surging up. So by right itself, right, this is a very bullish elephant trade, which means that if the market is down but KSI is green, if the market goes up, it will go up to here again. So this is the elephant trade, which is I don't think it's wrong to call for it. But the only thing is that I don't like is that the market green is surging up, but this is coming down. So it is very simple comparison. Yeah. If the market has positive news, I can guarantee you this, you will see 55,000. Okay, that means that the market will break all-time high and see 55,000. But on a flip note, all right, with the KSI now so strong and yet the price is not moving, so I will say this up front, if the candle turns red or the KSI turn red, only if this happens, then you will see a sell down. You're going to break the KCB first, and then it may go for the gap because there's a gap over here. So that means that the market could go all the way down to 52,250 if the selling comes in. All right, I repeat, if only the selling comes in. And how do we judge that? There's the red candle or the red KSI. So whichever comes first. If the market stays above and go up, 55,000 will be my target. But if the market fails and start to really trip down, then the KCBs and the gap will bring it down to 52,250. So that's why the upside itself is about 1,000 points. The downside itself is as much about 1,700 points. Okay, so the upside is 1,000 points versus the downside is about 1,800 points. Okay, so this is my verdict on the Dow. So I think there's a lot of money to make. So as long as we stay focused, follow the OP rule, we should be doing fine. Okay, all clear? If all clear, press number 5. right now in the comment box. All right. Now, this is the NASDAQ, and this is why I'm my concern. Now, the NASDAQ is going up, but the KSI has turned red. And I told you guys this is not a good sign. So today, the pivot 2 is over here, will be the key support level. If the market breaks pivot, then there could be the first wave down. And then after that, the second wave somewhere around here, because this is the 30-day moving average. It's about 28,945. So where are we right now? We're at 29,700. So we're talking about 800 points downside. Okay, so same thing again, be careful, but of course there's no K trend at the moment. All right, diamond is also here, so still bullish, overall bullish. Yeah, just at the KSI is showing me something different at the moment right now. All right. Then last one will be oil. Just check with oil. Oil is still moving up. It's above OP and it's surging up a little bit. And most important, everyone take a look. All right, this is what I want to share with you. There is a blue diamond over here. So blue diamond draw, and KSI has just turned from red to green, uplift. And then we have the KCX blinking at the bottom, which is actually now higher. So this is a bull sign. So that means that oil do have the potential to go back to $91. I said earlier, maybe overspend for next 2 weeks, okay? Next 2 weeks, most likely oil should be going up to $91. Okay, all right, so that is my personal view for this week. And I just hope everybody understand what I just say. Request to look at silver. Okay, fine, no problem. All right, that's silver. Okay, let me look at silver. Silver is also having the same thing. We can see very strong buy in silver. Now it's $66. There is a 4 diamond. So the market breakout above the 4 diamond. KSI is very green. You can see it's at a very, very high level. So same thing. The printing of the US dollar that is depreciating the dollar is now giving a lot of strength to this gold, silver, oil, and it's moving up. So silver can continue to go up to as high as $67.50. It is possible based on this momentum right now. And also at the moment, you can see that there's a lot of buying in the market. Now there is an ongoing murmuring saying that this China retailers are buying a lot of gold in the market. Right? Not too sure what's the reason. I'll search up for you. Right, China retailer buying into gold right now. Okay. All right, guys. So that will be all for today's sharing. I hope you understand that my objective is not to scare you. It's just let you know that what is happening. Just like Michael Burry tell people that the market is going to come down, and people are laughing at him, and then the market still stay positive for many years before it crash. So I don't think we need to wait for so many years. I think that we are already near a top on the market. Just be very careful. The pushing is still going to continue, but once it hit the top and when you pull back, right, that's where that's where all the problem always arises. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Take care and enjoy your this Tuesday. I will not be available tomorrow morning. I'll be away. So, guys, I wish you all the best in trading. And anything, just type in the group chat. We'll be there to assist you. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. Bye bye.